It's a two-way lead at the top of the table over in Italy as Atalanta join Napoli at the tip of the top of the table. But who will still be there this coming weekend? We're going to take a look at all of it next. That's right, folks. I'm going to a prediction video today that we're looking forward to match number 9 over in Italy, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang it. All things Italy related, Serie A related, Rovers related. We've got it all here, boys. Under one Ruski. In fact, when you look at the table, there's 5 teams that could actually be leaders at the end of this match day as we stretch from first all the way down to bloody 5th. 3 points of difference, of course, but who will be there? We'll take a look at it, all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to VRPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But anyway, let's crack the whip and get into this bitch right here, right now. It is Serie A. That's right. Have a little look at it. Of course, recapping the results, which of course were completed on Monday night. Of course, coming at you then, shall we? Of course, Napoli against Torino. 3-1 win for Napoli. Good win for them. Of course, 2-0 win in my eyes. Meanwhile, Internazionale, they lost at home to Roma with Mourinho in the boss. I was watching this and the boss who was banned. But a good win for them on the road as well. Meanwhile, AC Milan 3-1 win over Empoli, 2-1 win for me. Lazio 4-0 demolition job over Spezia, 2-0 win it was. Sampdoria look shite, don't they? Absolutely shambles. Get rid of that coach. 3-0 for Monza at home as well for Sampdoria. What a shambles there. Sassuolo 5-0 demolition job of Salernitana, 2-1 it was. Draw between Lecce and Cremonese. Called it. Atalanta 1-0 winners of Fiorentina. I'm on with a 2-0. Juventus 3-0 demolition job of Bologna. I'm on with a 3-1. And Verona did lose to Udinese 2-1, who were also in the mix as well. Have a look at the table, guys. Have a look at that. As you can see, Napoli lead the charge. Atalanta level on points. Goal difference separate in 2 sides. Udinese, though, touching distance as the Lazio in a very, very competitive league at long last as well. What's gone wrong with Sampdoria, though? Get a grip. Let's take a long look at, of course, the Super Bruschi. This is the Spanish one. Don't get too excited. We're going to slide over and have a little look at the Italian one. So let's get in the deep end and have a look at this then, bitches. Am I in the mix? I'm not in the mix. I can't get excited about this. I thought I did well. Anyway, of course, take a look at it. The King Slayer up there with 19 points this past week. Well done to him. See how many points you can pick up within a week. You can pick up about nearly 20. You can probably pick over 20 if you can get your shit right. The Mexican Sniper up there with 16.5. Kevin's up there. Dino, Bukakake up there as well. The Beast as well. I am down here mid-table, 12 points. I thought I did all right there, to be honest. When I was looking through those, I thought I did pretty well for myself, but not great indeed when you look at the grand scheme of things. I'm all the way down to 20th, I think, here. But Raymond Reddington running away with it. 92 points on the board. Well done to him. What a good flex as well. Bukakake up there with 90. The Mexican Sniper, though, up 2 spots. He's going for it this year. He's the real bloody deal. Look at these movers, though. There's a lot of movers here. And a couple of guys that are having a shit show here. Shambles. The Kingsley up 9 spots. Well done. Big progress for him. Me, I'm a non-mover with Macca. Me and Macca keeping it real in mid-table right now. Of course, it can all change. It can all very, very change. So if you want to get involved, cut your fortune Italy picks. Free. It's 100% free. Get involved. Even if you think, oh, it's too far gone, you never know. You just don't know. And you can get yourself a bit of a reputation like the Frostmeister, like the Alex Wellers in the world who have been here, flexed it a little bit, and have become mainstays. There's never too late to get involved with the predictions. So this is the link. Cut your fortune Italy picks is free. Of course, get in there. And now we're going to look at the next round of games, of course, coming out to this coming weekend. We're kicking it off at the top of the table. On Saturday, it is, of course, October the 8th. It's Sassuolo. It is, of course, international. A bit of a zinger as well at the MyPie Stadium. Places 18 times, 2013, 8 wins apiece, and 2 draws, of course. Sassuolo just 1 defeat of the past 6, 58% form for them. Up against the international side, 1-3 and lost 3 of the last 6, 50% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, at the MyPie Stadium, it was a 2-1 win for Inter back in October 2021. Of course, Inter a big win for them over Barcelona in the Champions League just last night. Salernitana with a big 5-0 win over Sassuolo with a big 5-0 win over Salernitana. Back-to-back clean sheets as well heading into this match. Of course, coming at you, those 60-5 is your odds here. That's for the hosts. 3-1 to draw, 11-8 on is your international. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I have gone with them, but I've only gone with them just. 2-1 win in the end for international, but it could easily be a draw here. So let's not rule that out just too soon. And then, though, what a game we have, of course, over at the Giuseppe Meazza. Of course, it is AC Milan up against Juventus. It's the champions up against one of the most dominating teams in Juventus. However, they are going through a bit of a rough patch right now. 75 times they've been since 1993. 21 wins for AC Milan, 36 wins for Juventus. We've got 18 draws. Just 1 defeat the past 6 games for AC Milan right now. 75% form for them. Up against the Juventus side, just 1 win in 6, 33% form for them. heading into this. Last round over in, of course, AC in Milan was a 0-0 draw back in January 2022. Milan unbeaten against Juventus over the last 3. In fact, just 1 defeat against them over the last 6. Meanwhile, Juventus with a big 3-0 win over Bologna. Of course, AC Milan with a big 3-1 win over Empoli. Of course, Juventus taking on Maccabi Haifa in the Champions League tonight. Meanwhile, AC Milan taking on Chelsea in the Champions League tonight. So big agendas for both sides there as they try to kick it on forward. Coming at you the odds right here, right now. We've got AC Milan, of course, 2019 on for the victory, 5-2 draw, 3-1 is your away win. So the hosts are favoured here by the bookies. I'm going with them as well. 2-1 win over Juventus. That's a statement result as well. Good one. And of course, if Juventus can pick this up and get a win, they'll be right back in. Of course, Bologna up against my boys Sampdoria. Played each other 35 times in 1986. 14 wins Bologna, 11 wins to Sampdoria, 10 draws, of course. Bologna, though, 33% form for them, just 1 win to 6 up against the Sampdoria side. One won the last 8 games, goodness gracious me. The last time played each other in Bologna was a 2-0 win for Bologna back in April 2022. In fact, Bologna unbeaten. They've won 6 on the bounce against Sampdoria, and they look like they're going to add to that as well. Bologna, though, haven't scored in back-to-back games. Sampdoria, of course, did lose, like I said, 8 games without a win. It's been a grim start to the season for them. They could actually be going down, and that means I'll have to do Serie B next year. Anyway, kicking off forward, what we're looking at here, the odds coming at you. Even Stevens for your Bologna, 11-4 is your away win. 5-2 is the draw here. I can't back Sampdoria. We're looking absolute like shit. I can't back that. 1-0 win for Bologna. Need the points. Sorry, buddy. But points preferred right now because I think you're dog shit. Torino up against Empoli, of course. Well, I still love you, but you're still dog shit. Torino up against Empoli coming at you on Sunday, 9th of October. Played each other 27 times since the year 2008. Wins apiece, 11 draws, of course. Torino, though, 33% form for them, just 1 win and 5. Up against Empoli side, 1 win and 6 for them, 42% form, though, drawing a few more games along the way. Last time played each other in Torino was a 2-2 draw back in December 2021. Torino just 1 defeat against Empoli over the last 6. Of course, that was back in May 2019. Meanwhile, Empoli with a 3-1 loss against Milan. Torino with a 3-1 loss against Napoli heading into this. The odds right here right now, we got 5-4 odd is your Torino, 5-2 is your draw, 50-4 is your away win. Got a back, of course, Torino with a 2-1 win for them. 3 points in the bag, and of course, continuing a decent start to the campaign and maybe even push for Europe outside of the door there. Meanwhile, Monza up against Spezia, of course, Monza out of the relegation zone from this past weekend, playing up against Spezia of the Stadio Berenietano. Played the 4 times in 2005, 2 wins for Spezia, 2 draws, and nothing for Monza. Monza, though, unbeaten last 3, 42% form for them. Up against the Spezia side, just 1 win and 6, 33% form for them heading into this match as well. Last time around, though, over in Monza was a 0-0 draw back in April 2011. That was in the Lega Pro Prima Divisio Group A. That was way back, I don't know, probably a 3rd tier, something like that, maybe even the 4th tier. But anyway, Monza with a 3-0 win over Sampdoria. Back-to-back clean sheets for them. Meanwhile, Spezia with a 4-0 loss to Lazio heading into this. The odds right here right now is 2017 on as your Monza, 13-5 sure, 3-1 as your away win on this. Got a back. I think I've gone with the draw. Yeah, 0-0 down the middle. Can't really separate 2 sides. It's very difficult in my eyes. Udinese up against Atalanta, of course, coming out also on Sunday, of course, at the Stadio Friuli. Played the 51 times in 1993. 18 wins for Udinese, 17 wins for Atalanta, 16 draws, of course. It is 3rd place Udinese against 2nd place Atalanta, and of course, incredible form for both of these 2 sides. Udinese winning 6 on the bounce at the very least, 100% form for them over the last 6. Up against Atalanta side, 92% form, just 1 blip in their resume, and that was a draw. Of course, Atalanta with a big 6-2 win over Udinese last time around, and of course they are in action. They're not in action. They're not in any European action. I thought they were. But anyway, they come to this on the back of a 1-0 win over Fiorentina. Back-to-back clean sheets for them. Udinese with a 2-1 win over Hellas Verona. They are conceding goals, but they're scoring a lot more than they're letting in. The odds right here right now, 31-20 is your Udinese, 70-10 is your away win, 12-5 is the draw. I think I've gone with the draw here as well. Gone with the goal fest. 2-2 in the end, 4-goal thriller. The game to watch, I would imagine. Salernitana up against Verona, of course. Come also on Sunday. Played the 18 times in 1987. 6 was to Salernitana, 7 was for Verona, 5 draws, of course. Salernitana, though, without a win in 5, 42% form for them. Up against Verona, so just 1 win in 6, 25% form for them moving forward as well. Last time around, though, over in Salernitana, it was a 2-2 draw back in September 2021. Of course, kicking on forward. Sassuolo did beat Salernitana 5-0. Bit of a drub in there. Verona also lost to Udinese last time around, 2-1 loss this past weekend. 29-20 is your host here, 12-5 is your draw, 9-5 is your away win. It's quite tough to call this one on the bookies, but I think I'm backing the hosts here. 1-0 win for them, 3 points in the bag, and that should actually shoot them up to potentially up to 10th in the table. A good return to Serie A so far. Cremonese, well actually they were there last season, weren't they? Cremonese up against Napoli. They're the new boys. Of course, played to the 9 times since 1993. We got 2 wins for Cremonese, 3 for Napoli. We've got 4 draws, of course. Cremonese without a win in the last 8 games, of course, 25% form for them. Up against the Napoli side, who won 6 on the bloody bounce. At the very least, 100% form for them. Last time I played over in Cremonese, it was a 1-1 draw back in January 1999. I was in Serie B, of course, but Napoli unbeaten against them over the last 5, maybe 6 games. None the same. A lot of draws knocking around. However, Napoli with a big 6-1 demolition job of Ajax in the Champions League last night, and Cremonese with a 1-1 draw against Lecce on the road. Good result that. 30-2 as your host, 7-2 as your draw, 9-4 on as your Napoli. You've got to back the leaders here. I think they'll have a statement result as well. 3-0 win for them on the road, 3 points in the bag, and again, momentum keeps on moving. Hopefully, I would love to see them be in the mix at the end. Roma up against Lecce, of course, coming at you this coming weekend at the Stadio Olimpico. Played 25 times since 1993. We've got 19 wins for Roma, 1 for Lecce, 5 draws, of course. Roma, they're winning 3 of the last 4, 50% form over the last 6. Meanwhile, Lecce, of course, 50% form for them. 1-1, lost 1, and drawn 4 heading into this. Last time around, over in Roma was a 3-1 win for Roma back in January 2022. That was in the Coppa Italia, round of 16. However, last time played in the league was also a win for Roma, as it was in Roma back in February 2020. That was in Lecce. That was in Roma in Serie A. Meanwhile, Lecce with a 1-1 draw against Cremonese. Roma with a 2-1 win over Inter. Big result that was. Of course, coming at you the odds right here right now. We've got 5-2 on is Roma here, 50-4 is draw, 13-2 is your win. Back in Mourinho's boys, of course they have 3-1 win for them, and that could actually see them go into the top 4, which is where they bloody belong. Kicking on forward to the final game of the week. It is Fiorentina. It is Lazio. A bit of a zinger as well, perhaps. Played each other 56 times in 1984. 13 wins for Fiorentina, 33 wins for Lazio, and we've got 10 draws at the moment. We have Fiorentina just 1 win and 6. Not great form right now up against the Lazio side, who've won 4 of the last 5. 67% form for Sarri Ball. That's right. Coming at you the last time around in Fiorentina was a 3-0 win for Lazio. That was back in February 2022. Lazio just winning once of the last 6 against Fiorentina, winning once of the last 6 of the matches heading into this. Lazio with a big 4-0 win over Spezia, back-to-back clean sheets, scoring 8 goals in the last 2 games. Pretty good for them. Meanwhile, Fiorentina did lose to Atalanta, 1-0 loss last time around. The odds right here are now 11-8 is your Fiorentina, 90-10 is your Lazio, 12-5 is the draw. I think Fiorentina have wobbled a little bit, but they'll get something out of this. Not great, but if I have to back somebody to win this game, it's got to be Lazio, because the Fiorentina may have burst the bubble at the moment. Sitting in 11th, of course, at the moment. Anyway, that is my take on the weekend's action. Make sure you get your own links in. Whoa. And if I'm right, just do this again. In fact, I haven't bloody done it. I've got to change. Right, this is what if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. As you can see, Napoli will remain top of the table, out right now, of course, ahead of Atalanta, who could only pick up a point. Udinese up to 3rd in, of course, with 20 points, and AC Milan up to 4th. Down the foot, of course, Verona, Cremonese, and Sampdoria going down. Pretty grim times for any Sampdoria fans like me. Of course, that's, of course, the take. Make sure you get your own links in there, picks in, /Italy picks, and get your name in lights. That's, of course, that. Of course, be sure to give it some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and, of course, Patreon. But until then, boys, we're done by now.